Hello and welcome to the nice and sleazy Tory politics quiz. Hello to everyone in the chat there. I'm sorry it was a bit late getting started. We've got Sarah Davis in the chat, we've got Michael Warner, we've got Plum Duff in there, we've got Colin Lund, we've got Pete's Music, we've got Michael Warner, we've got Thompson, we've also got Andrew Dixon and Fairy Fizz. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for a bit of quizzing. I hope you're happy to be quizzed all over. So, first of all, I'll say thank you to everyone for joining us this lovely Saturday evening. You could be out in the garden having a barbecue instead, but you're not. You're in here. So, hello. Maybe you're watching this in your garden on your phone. I don't know. Hi, Steve Martin. Hey, everyone. I have a bunch of questions for you today, all revolving around Tory sleaze. The rules are the same as last time. Basically, if you make me laugh, or you flatter me, or you give me money via Superchats, I might be inclined to give you extra points. Either that, or you get the first answer in that is spelt correctly into the chat. Okay, so I'm going to make sure there's a good minute between each question to allow everyone to write their answer in, because if I do it too fast, you actually get timed out. You can't write your questions in fast enough. Oh, Tim Ballum is straight in there with a £10 super chat. Thank you very much, Tim Ballum. I'm afraid I'm going to have to give Tim 1 point now because he just gave me £10. So there you go. That's how it works. Not fair? I hear you scream. Yes. Life's not fair. Anyway, so first of all, here's our first question. Can I have a point, please? Says Sarah. No, you can't. You see, I told you, life's not fair. It's not enough. It's only £2. It's not enough. Now, of course, I'll give you a point. I'll give you a point, Sarah. Here you go. I'll put you down, Sarah Davis, and she gets 1 point. There you go. So look, that's not fair because Tim only got 1 point and he gave a tenner. You gave £2 and got a point. Maybe someone will give 50 quid and they won't get anything. Who knows? I'm a capricious taskmaster question person. Right, should we get into the quiz before any more preamble distracts us from the actual sleazy questions? So, first question. I want a nice round number, please. In 2010, then Home Secretary Theresa May promised to get net migration down to less than what? What number did Theresa May promise to get net migration down to? Less than what in 2010 when she first got her evil what was it called? Home Secretary job. Whoa. Stop, everyone. Stop. We have had a correct answer there. There were lots of people saying 10,000. Actually, it was 100,000. So Hornet GX, you get the point. Oh, by the way, we're actually playing for a prize. If you win, you will get a lovely politics social mug, exactly like this, except it won't say Labour Social, it'll say Politics Social. But they haven't arrived yet. You will get one soon if you win. But it was 100,000. Should get them down to net migration down to 100,000 a year. And she never did. So there you go. There's a few people saying 10,000 there, but I don't think anyone got 100,000 before Hornet GX. I'm just going to switch to live chat mode because there might be some messages that don't come in at the beginning. At least 1 point for the Badger, Graham. For the Badger, okay. All right, so the Badger is getting a point. Here we go. Badger, 1 point. Well done, Badger. Well done for being you. Badger mushroom. Right, okay, next question. What was the problem with Liam Fox's Bezzy mate visiting him at the MOD on numerous occasions? What was the problem with Liam Fox's Bezzy mate visiting him at the MOD on numerous occasions? This is back in 2011, so cast your mind back. What was the problem with his Bezzy, his best man, in fact, from his wedding, visiting him at the MOD? Why is that a problem? Official secret leak. You're nearly there. Ex-KGB. No. He was a Russian spy. No. He had no security clearance. Mark R. Well done, Mark R. is now on the scoreboard. He had no security clearance. It's quite remarkable, this, isn't it? That it was his former flatmate. It was a guy called Anthony Werity. Werity with a W. I'm not pronouncing that wrong. It's not Verity, but it's Werity. Werity. Oh God, that's really hard to say. It's got double R in it. It's got a W and then a double R. Werity. He was introduced as the Defence Secretary's advisor in order to gain information for financial gain in 2011. Woo! Tim, thank you very much for the £20 super chat. Is this enough to just send me a mug? No. Sorry, it's actually not, because I don't know if you know this, but the Google take a cut of your super chat, so it'll be a bit less than a mug. But do you know what it will give you, Tim? It'll give you another point. You're on 2. Everyone, Sarah Davis is on 1. Hornet GX is on 1. The Badger is on 1, and Mark R is on 1. I've got a question for One Angry Pagan, actually. What is the Old English word for badger? That's what I want to know. If you can find out for me, I'll give you a point, right? The Old English name for badger, because that's what I want to call our badger here. I want to give him the Old English name for badger. Right, George Catton just managed to convince 5 friends to switch to TV. Tactical voting. I don't think you meant television. Yeah, tactical voting. Good job, George Catton. I'm going to give you a point for convincing 5 friends to convert to tactical voting. Excellent stuff there. You get 1 point. What else we got? Brock is the old word for it. Brilliant. Okay. I'm going to give actually my life, our life, my life. I'm going to give you a point because I did. That was a question, I guess. I put May life. What? I've got Theresa May on the mind. I can learn to write. Well done, A life, my life. You get a point. Brock. So that's the name of our badger. It's going to be Brock the Badger. Brock the Badger. Tim has put another 20 quid in the super chat. Yes, Tim, that's definitely enough. Tim, you win a mug for your super chat. You could just bought one. It would have been cheaper. But thank you very much. I will send you a mug if get in touch with me via Facebook or whatever, or send me an email, and I will get a mug sent to you ASAP. But there's also another mug up for grabs, which is for the person who wins this quiz. The Tories aren't fair, says Alex Green with the £10 super chat. They are not. They are not fair at all. But it's going to be really funny next week when we get to cleanse ourselves in their bitter tears of defeat. So, Alex, you get a point. You get a point for the super chat. Right, back to the questions. The important questions. We only asked 2 questions. What was the name of the tractor porn guy? Tory MP. What was his name? The tractor porn guy. What was his name? Correct spelling is Brock, according to One Angry Pagan. That's cool. Chris Pincher. Nope. Wrong Nancy person. Neil Parish. Neil Parish. Mildly displeased. You were the first to come up on my screen here. My decision is final. So mildly displeased is correct. It was Neil Parish. Displeased. Okay, you get 1 point. Well done. Massey Ferguson. Emily Thornberry, Joanne Mason. No, you can't just answer everything Emily Thornberry again. Okay, another horrific person in the Tory party. I can't really do this question now because someone's already answered it. Do you know what? I'm just going to highlight it, and I'm going to circle back to it once you've all forgotten. Okay, next question. What was the name of the former Downing Street spin doctor who was convicted by a jury of phone hacking in 2014? Okay, what was the name of the former Downing Street spin doctor who was convicted by a jury of phone hacking in 2014? Anyone know the name of the guy? Andrew Coulson says Perry Pilot, and Perry Pilot is completely correct. Well done, Perry Pilot. You have just got a number 1. That was very good. Andrew Coulson. That was his name. Well, Andy Coulson I would have also accepted, which would have been easier to read. Ivor Hardy. Emily Thornberry, says Steve's Retro Loft. Mr. Cameron, no, Andy Coulson, says Mark Art. You're right, but Perry Pilot was there before you. Ernie Thornberry, says John. No, it's not Ernie Thornberry. Okay, in 2012, Tory donor Peter Cruddas, now Baron Cruddas for some reason, offered cash for access to which two then Tory bigwigs? Which two then Tory bigwigs? You can just give me their surnames if you want to be fast on the finger. Sarah, I hope you're all right. I hope you're all right, Sarah. I'm going to give Sarah another point because she says I'm struggling. So you're on 2 now. Tim Ballon's ahead in 3, but he's already won a mug. So he can't win. Sorry, Tim, you can't win. Roger Devine says, can't stop lefties and some fellow patriots are off to the local mosque to shout at the sky. I will own you another time. Oh, I'll see you then, Roger. Cheers, mate. Osborne and Fox, no. Moggs Grove, no. Jeremy Cornby, no. Rob, no. Airbag and Fluff. Johnson and Mog. Osborne and Cameron, question mark, from Shazek32. I've got some great news for you, Shazek32. You are completely right. It was Gideon Osborne and David Cameron. Okay, next up. What was, according to City AM, the reported size of the hole blasted into pension funds assets by the mini budget of Kwarteng and Truss in 2022? What was the reported size in billions of the black hole that was blasted? I don't know if you can blast a black hole into something, but it was a lot. So we've got 40 billion, not higher. Oh, the gin stitcher right in there with the exact right number. It was 425 billion. Well done, the gin stitcher. You are now on the board. Well done, my friend. That was very, very fast. It was 425 billion pounds. Yeah. Bit of a bill there that the Tories racked up. You'd think people would mention it more. You won't believe how many questions I've got. Like, I could probably do a third quiz. Like, there's just so much stuff. But let's just stick with this one for now. What former Tory MP was accused of sexual harassment by 3 women in July 2023? And don't forget, you can cheat. You can Google if you're fast enough. Which former Tory MP was accused of sexual harassment by 3 women in July 2023? 3 women. No, not Chris Pincher. Not Pincher, not Boris, not Chris Pincher, not Chris Pincher. July 2023. He was accused of harassment of men in 2022. Gavin Williams, no. Margaret Thatcher, no. Pincher, no. It wasn't Pincher. Julian Knight. Perry Pilot. Perry Pilot, you're on 2 points now. You are absolutely right. The guy's name was Julian Knight. Tim Ballon. Oh, thank you very much for the insanely generous super chat, Tim. That is so nice of you. Thank you. That's above and beyond the call of duty, I have to say. But thank you. I might send you 2 mugs then. Do you want a camping one? For Glastonbury? Let me know. There's a camping one. And there's a normal one with Politics Social written on it. Peter Bone, Rob. No, it was Julian Knight, and Perry Pilot got it first. Although you did spell it wrong, Perry. So I'm might be a bit strict on that if you streak ahead in front of everybody else. Okay. If you're just joining us, you can catch up with everyone else on the board by simply bribing me with a couple of quid with a super chat, or by flattering me. I think David said something flattering there before about me being beautiful, so I'm just going to put David on the board there. David, you've got a point. Well done. And if anyone's saying anything nice about my hometown of Liverpool, especially about your experience of that city and how good it was, I'll probably give you a point for that as well. Danielle, quite frankly, I love this channel, but Graham as a presenter is as useless as a cat flap on a submarine, constantly shrieking and yapping. Phil would do a much better job running this. Oh, cheers, Danielle. Danilo. Is it because I can't pronounce your name properly? But yeah, this is my channel. Phil's got his own channel. He just moonlights on this channel because he's a nice guy. But there you go. The other channels are available on YouTube for you to watch with people who are less irritating to you. Cool. Anyway, from which city did Theresa May make her awful Citizens of Nowhere speech? Which city did Theresa May make her terrible Citizens of Nowhere speech? Anyone know what the name of the city was where she was? Birmingham, Manchester, no. No. Coventry, no. Nottingham, Memphis, Tennessee, Copenhagen, no. Bristol, no. Doomsville. Liverpool, no. Why is everyone saying Liverpool? Where did she make her Citizens of Nowhere speech? I'm getting cold feet now because I'm thinking I'm thinking I might be wrong. I might be misremembering it. Oh, hang on a sec. I think I might have messed up this question. Conference speech, full text. Birmingham. Yeah, sorry, it was Birmingham. Brighton. No. Did anyone say Birmingham? Did anyone say? Did anyone say Birmingham? I'm sure someone said Birmingham. Sarah Davis says, I love Liverpool. But you've already had 2 points. You can't have another one. I have a quiz question. Oh, we'll come to that in a moment. Leeds, Nottingham, Bristol, Edinburgh. Oh, I have to double check, but no one seems to have got it. Maybe I gave the answer just then. Birmingham. Oh, God. I just saw the right answer, and then everything scored up really fast. I think Chris Sanders. No, he said Brighton. Brighton. Birmingham. Andrew Dixon. Andrew, I think you were the first person to say Birmingham. Yep, she said it at the Tory party conference in Birmingham, I think. Have a look. Oh, hang on. I think things have been. Hang on. Just give me 1 second. Citizens of Nowhere speech. Sorry, I'm gonna have to Google this because I need to make sure that it was Birmingham, because otherwise I have just made a massive tit of myself, which happens. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it was the 5th of October 2016. But if you believe you are a citizen of the world, you are a citizen of nowhere. Okay. Why isn't it coming up when I just try and do a citizen of... Yes, sorry. Yeah, I'm just double checked on the actual speech itself. It was Birmingham. Right. Okay. I'm going to shout at that in the chat now. Tits and nice birds. Yeah, they're very sweet. I'm a big fan of blue tits. They're really cute. Right. Lovely colouring. Right. Where was I? I've got loads of super chats to say thank you for. Thank you for all the super chats. There's a little animation there. Thanks. Thanks to everyone who mentioned me. Steve's Retro Loft got it first. Okay then. Steve's Retro Loft. Okay, well, I'm sorry. There were loads of answers that came up really fast. Then it was a bit difficult, but it was Birmingham. Right. Next question. The sleazy quiz. What does, and I want the spelling completely right here, RAAC stand for? What does RAAC stand for? The terrible building material that we made our schools out of, and that the Tories didn't, spend any money or time or effort trying to fix, even though Labour governments of up till 2010 were put things in place to rebuild schools that had RAAC, and the Tories, the first thing they did under Michael Gove was get rid of that funding for rebuilding schools that were falling down, because that's what the Tories do. They don't care about anyone but themselves. So that's the question. What does RAAC stand for? Reinforced, autoclaved, Aerated concrete. And Bez Roof has got in there first with the exact right answer. Sorry, Bez Roth, not Bez Ruth. Well done, Bez Roth. You are now on the board. What else have we got? Reduced Arctic cake crust. That's good. Roger's arse and cock. That's from Vendetta. We've also got really arse awful crap from Mildly Displeased, which yes, it is. And One Angry Pagan has a quiz question. Okay, so I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask that quiz question. Which Tory MP said if Ukrainians want to come here, they should pick our fields? Go on, that's One Angry Pagan's question. One Angry Pagan's not allowed to answer it though, because that's naughty. Who was the one who said that? Although I think because I'm having to Google it. Was it Daniel Kaczynski? Oh, it was who was it? Kevin. Oh, hang on. Oh, I was going to give it away there. Okay, I've got the answer now. Does anyone know it? Might have actually just said his first name. Which MP suggested that Ukrainian refugees fleeing the Russian invasion could apply for the seasonal worker scheme in order to get into the UK? Who was it who said this? Kevin, yes, that's his first name. What's his name? Oh, Mildly Displeased, straight in there. Very good, Mildly Displeased. You're now on 2 points. It was Kevin Foster, the MP for Torbay. Not Torquay, Torbay. As in Torbay Services, I guess. Which are really good services if you're ever driving up the M6 on the way to Scotland. Right, Kevin Foster. Some other people said Kevin Foster, but it was too late. I think the first one was Mildly Displeased. And I will not be distracted from my opinion on that. Okay, shall we move on to the next actual question? Kevin Foster. I'm just going to write that down in my spreadsheet. Okay, right, where were we? What was Raab accused of throwing at his staff in one of his fits of rage? What was Dominic Raab accused of throwing at his staff in one of his fits of rage? Anyone know the answer to that? What was it that he was accused of throwing at his staff? Anyone know? Oh, Vendetta's in there. Vendetta. Good job, my friend. That's T-Bay Services. Is it? Not Torbay. I get mixed up. No. Vendetta's right. It was a tomato from a salad. He threw tomatoes at his staff. Because that's the sort of thing that Tories do. There you go. Bez Roth was right with tomatoes as well. And Mildly Displeased says Pret tomatoes, which is, yes, I think they were from Pret, but yeah, there you go. And Caviar says Gordon Mackenzie, which is quite a funny answer. And a Milkshake says Plunker 1990. I wish someone throw bloody Milkshake at him. Tim Bannon, thank you very much for the £20 super chat. Has been incredibly generous this evening. Thank you so much. Did Led by Donkeys just do frog face with a sign showing Putin saying "I love Nigel" via Supertansky? Yes, they did. They sent a drone in or something with a screen that flew behind him, or they managed to make something unveil behind him that had a picture of Putin on it. It was magnificent. It was absolutely magnificent. Sarah Davis, he's a salad dodger. Yeah, indeed. Cathal, I was first on the first one. Need to check, please. Yeah, Cathal, just for the super chat there, I'm going to give you a point. You're now on the board. Right. So just to at this point in the quiz, I've only asked about 10 questions, but Tim Ballum is on 3 points. Sarah Davis on 2. Hornet GX is on 1. Badger, Brock the Badger is on 1. Mark R is on 1. George Catton is on 1. My Life is on 1. So is Alex Green. Mildly Displeased is on 2. Perry Palace is on 2. Shezek 32 is on 1. Gin Stitcher is on 1. David is on 1. Steve's Retro Loft is on 1. Bez Roth is on 1. So is Vendetta and Cathology. Okay. Whew. And my mum is here. Hi, Mum. My mum's in the chat, so my mum's getting a point for being the most awesome mum in the world. There you go, Mum. You get 1 point. Right, next question. Where are we? Fits of rage. Okay. I want in millions, closest million, okay, by January 2023, how big was Nadhim Zahawi's unpaid tax bill estimated to be? By January 2023, how big was Nadhim Zahawi's unpaid tax bill estimated to be in millions, please? Sarah Davis, thank you very much for the £1 super chat. It's very kind of you. I'm going to give you a little bit of a little animation. There you go, little animation. There. What have we got? 8 mil, 45 mil, no. 10 mil, no. 200 mil, no. 56 mil, no. 93 million, no, that's too much. 5. Ribble Rides got it. Ribble Rides, it was 5 million. I did say in millions, so I'm going to accept 5. I don't think his bill was £5. So Ribble Rides, you get a point. Well done. I don't think anyone else put 5 before then. Paul N was closest with 4, but it was actually 5, the number I was looking for. Okay, next one. Who set up a private back channel to Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation in the middle of its bidding process to take over B-Sky B? Who set up a private back channel to Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation in the middle of its bidding process to take over B-Sky B? Johnson, says Sarah Davis. No, he wasn't actually in government at the time. Thatcher, no. Andrew Neil, no. Mumford & Sons' dad, no. It's a Tory MP. Gavin Williamson, I'm going to give you a clue. It's a Tory. Graham's mum, yeah, we've got a good one there. Oh, thanks, Plum Duff. That's really nice. I'm going to give Plum Duff a point for being nice. For being nice to me and my mum. There you go. What have we got? Jay Hunt. Jay Hunt. Yes, Bez Roth. You've got it. It was Jeremy Hunt, who at the time was Culture Secretary back in the early administration of the Tories and when they were in with the Lib Dems. So very well done, Bez Roth. You are now on 2 points. Wayne, Mr. Mumford. Come on, Irene, your shoulders must be pretty sore with this lad stood on them. Oh, Billy. Oh, that's very sweet. Okay, so moving on. We got the next question. Which Tory MP is alleged to have said to a police officer, sorry about the swears here, best learn your fucking place. You don't run this fucking government. You're fucking plebs. Who was it? Whose Tory MP is alleged to have said to a police officer, best learn your effing place. You don't run this effing government. You're effing plebs. I probably got demonetised now anyway. Bez Roth straight in there again with Andrew Mitchell. You are absolutely right. He was on Question Time last week for some reason after doing that, but it was found that he didn't do it, even though it was down in the policeman's log. But there you go. That's the sordid kind of country that we live in. But Bez Roth, you're doing really well. You are level pegging with Tim Ballum on 3 points, and you've actually answered 3 questions, unlike Tim, who's just bribing loads of money. Theresa May, no, Andrew Mitchell, damn it. Right, next up. What was the name of Boris Johnson's 2004 novel that used disgusting anti-Semitic tropes? What was the name of Boris Johnson's 2004 novel that used disgusting anti-Semitic tropes, including a Jewish character having a big nose and being tight with money? Nice. Unhinged. Tough questions. I get a point for my super chat. Yeah, go on, Sarah. I'll give you a point. I'll give you 1 point. So you're on 3 now. You're in the lead with Tim and also with Bez Roth. Mildly displeased. You are completely correct, and now you're going to be very pleased because you're now level pegging with the leaders because the answer was 72 Virgins. So that was the name of it. And also Mark R got in there with 72 Virgins, but actually wrote the word 72. I think next time, Mark, if you just write the number, it might be in slightly quicker. But there you go. Knowing me, knowing Jew, says GHK. No, thank God that wasn't the name. No. Okay, next question. What was the name of the Tory MP for Hastings until election was dissolved? I think she's actually standing again in this election. What was the name of the Tory MP for Hastings who shared a video in 2017 claiming that George Soros controls the EU? From one anti-Semitic trope to another with the Tories, really, isn't it? Billy Kershaw, what? 72 Virgins, really? Yes. Yes, that was the name of the book. Look it up. Sally Ann Hart, Mildly Displeased. Oh my God. Mildly Displeased, you are going to be absolutely made up to discover that you are now in the lead with a magnificent 4 points. Well done. You are right. It was Sally Ann. Oh, no, actually. Yes, Hart. Sorry, Hart. I just saw Bez Roth's answers, and she put Sally Ann Hunt, and it's actually not. It's Hart. So you can't have it. Anyway, you're too slow. Mildly Displeased. You're in there with Sally Ann Hart. Well done. Okay, next question. Owen Paterson was a paid consultant for Lynn's Country Foods and which other company? Led to his disgraceful ousting from Parliament. Owen Paterson was a paid consultant for Lynn's Country Foods and which other company? What was the name of the other company? Not JCB. Randox. Yes, you are completely right, Cathal. Well done. Straight in there. You are now on 2 points, Cathal. Well done. Okay, next question. What's the name of Michelle Moan's lizard husband? What is the name of Michelle Moan's lizard husband? Jorex, Spandex, Cadbury, Moggs and Jobs Limited. Mrs. Hitler. Mildly Displeased, you've spelt Barrowman wrong, so you're not getting it. Anne Widdicombe, Croc, Barrowman, some Dave W there. Doug Barrowman, that's from Mark. Mark R. Mark R was the first person to put the full name in, so I'm going to give it to Mark R. So you're on 2 points now, Mark. Well done. Cool. Okay. What was the name of the civil servant that Priti Patel's bullying drove to quit his job? So what was the name of the civil servant that Priti Patel's bullying drove to quit his job? That's the next question there. Bob Thornbury, Spandex McDoggan. Was there only one? No, there was a particular person whose bullying drove him to quit his job, and that's when she was found to have breached the ministerial code. So, what was the name of the civil servant that Priti Patel's bullying drove to quit his job? They're just so horrible. They're just such horrible people. I mean, they are so horrible. It's just off. It's just on another level, isn't it? It really is. Perry Pilot's nearly there, saying Philip Putman. That's not quite his name. Mark R. There you go. Phil Rutnam. I'm going to let you have that. It should be Sir Philip Rutnam, but you've spelt it right. So, Mark R. Well done. You are now on 3 points. Brilliant. Bez Roth says Sir Philip Rutnam. That's his full name. That's his full name. But we could have just had Phil. I think we're going to allow Phil in there. But yes. Oh, hang on. It's disappeared. Where is it? No, it hasn't. Yes, it has. Mark R. Thank you very much. Okay, right. Next question. How many times did Suella Braverman admit using her personal email for official business? Like, how many times did she use her personal email for official business? How many times did she admit doing it? Like, how many times did she do it? How many times she said she did it? How many times did she actually do it? 2. No. 40 times. No. 4. No. Thompson. Well done. It's 6. Thompson in there with the correct answer. Well done, Thompson. You are now on the board with 1 point. Okay, moving on. What was with 20 points? Well, 21 points in now because we asked that extra question. Give Hornet GX a point, please. Oh, your demand is my wish, as they say. Tim, I'm going to give you a little super chat animation. Don't want to make you feel left out here. There you go. Little animation here. Cool. And I will give Hornet GX an extra point. Hornet GX, you are now on 2 points. Well done. Okay, right. Where were we? Back to the quiz. Fastest finger first. You've got to spell it right. You have to spell it right. And I want proper punctuation, okay? What's the name of the place that Cummings drove to test his eyes? What's the name of the local beauty spot where Dominic Cummings drove to test his eyes? What was the name of that particular place? And mildly displeased is the first one in there with Barnard Castle. Yes, it's not Bernard Castle. He was an actor, I think. Barnard Castle is completely right. But you didn't give the castle a capital C, so I'm going to have to give it to Vendetta. I'm sorry, mildly displeased. You were very fast there, but it should have a capital on the C as well, because it's the name of a place. It's a place name. There's also a castle there, which I presume is called Barnard Castle. Like the castle in Newcastle is called Newcastle Castle. And the port in the Port of Spain, which is the capital of Trinidad, is called the Port of Spain. That's what it says on the sign. It's really funny. Anyway, so yeah, Barnard Castle with a capital B, capital C. Vendetta, you get the point. Sorry. I think mildly displeased is going to be mildly displeased with me for that one. There you go. You know, didn't say it was fair. Barnard Castle. Right, moving on. This is a tricky one. In 2014, which Tory MP was alleged to have accepted £4,000 to lobby for business interests in Fiji? 2014, 10 years ago. Which Tory MP was alleged to have accepted £4,000 to lobby for business interests in Fiji? What was that person's name? You're probably going to have to Google him. Oh, wow, Bezroff, champion. Oh, no, Bezroff, you spelt it wrong. Perry Pilot got it right. I'm going to let you off on the capitals because I didn't specifically say anything about capitals in this one. Perry Pilot's going to get the point for that. I'm really sorry, Bezroff, but you missed an R out of his surname. It was Patrick Mercer. No relation to Johnny Minge, apparently. But yeah, Patrick Mercer accepted £4,000 to lobby for business interests in Fiji. Do you know one of the things that I find remarkable about these Tory MPs? Just how cheap they are. They're so cheap. Like, you can buy them for peanuts. You know, if you're a billionaire or like a massive oil company, you got to be like, oh my God, guys, I just got them to do something for me and give me like an audience with the Prime Minister. And how much do you pay him? $4,000. I'm like, what? Yeah, cheap. They're a cheap date. A cheap drunk. Okay, so question number, 23, I think. Approximately how many women born in the 1950s have had their retirement plans thrown into chaos by the Tories increasing their pension age? I'm not really telling anyone. How many WASPI women are there? Approximately in millions. In nice round million numbers. How many are there? Have a guess. 50,000. No, it's millions. It's millions, everyone. 5 million. Oh, that's close, but no cigar. 50,000, 1 million. No, all of them. 2 million. 6. No, nearly there. 25 million. No, 3.8 million. Bezroff, you're very close. I think Bezroff might have got it there exactly, but I was looking for a nice round number. So just round up 3.8 million. 4 million. Eddie Burns. Eddie, the fastest milkman in the West. You are now on the leaderboard with the correct answer, which is 4 million. I don't think anyone put it before then. Although, do you know what? There might have to be a VAR on this because it might have been exactly 3.8. But I was looking for a nice round number, and 3.8 isn't a round number. So yeah, that's my decision. I'm going to stick to it. So Eddie Burns, you are on the board for a Labour Politics Social mug. Stop saying Labour Social. I'm dead naming my own channel. Okay, next question is which absolutely lovely and caring, affectionate, kind, generous, big-hearted Tory MP told civil servants to slit your throat and, in another case, jump out of a window. They were quotes, slit your throat and jump out of a window. That was what a Tory MP told civil servants. Who was it? Who said that? No, it wasn't Raab. It wasn't Brendan Clark-Smith. Gavin Williamson, mildly displeased. You are going to be very happy to learn that you are now storming ahead into the front of the pack with 5 big fat points with your answer there. Gavin Williamson, you are absolutely right. It was Gavin Williamson, the man who told the Russians to shut up and go away. Anyway, no, that was Gavin Williamson. Okay, next question. Priti Patel was forced to quit the Tory cabinet after holding secret meetings with officials from which country? That is, Priti Patel was forced to quit the Tory cabinet after holding secret meetings with officials from which country? Priti Patel. Oh, Michael Warner, Graham, your hat looks dapper tonight and the warehouse is spotless. Mwah. Yes, beautiful, Michael. You get a point. You get a point. Well done, Michael, for flattering my hat. There you go, Michael Warner gets 1 point. Okay, and the next point goes to Mark R. Mark R. Well done. You are now on 4 points. You're in second place overall. It was Israel. Secret meetings included Benjamin Netanyahu, which had secret meetings with them. Nice. Okay, going back to the earlier answer that someone gave, Robert Jenrick. Robert Jenrick's cash for favours scandal involved which former owner of The Express and various smut magazines? Robert Jenrick's cash for favours scandal involved which former owner of The Express and Razzle, I think? Graham, you put on a great quiz. Oh, thanks, Sarah. You're too kind. Graham, your hat's so much better than the one in Mad Men. Leaf Hunches, I quite like the one in Mad Men. I was just happy to be there. And so was my mum. Trick question. She refused to talk to any foreigners. That's very funny. Box ratchings. Richard Desmond, Hornet GX. Well done, Hornet GX. You're now on 3 points. So you're now technically in third, joint third with a bunch of other people. But yeah, it was Richard Desmond. Famous for peddling smut. Anyway, which former Tory MP was suspended from the House of Commons for 6 weeks for making repeated and unwanted sexual advances towards a former member of staff? I've just realised that doesn't give you the year that happened, so that could be anyone. Hang on. If you get it, you'll do really well. Basically, who am I thinking of? Let's see. He was found in 2021, sexually harassing staff members, and he was kicked out of the Tory party for a few weeks, and then he came back in. Chris Pincher? No, not Chris Pincher, not Anne Widdecombe. Surprisingly, she's not a Tory MP. Rob Roberts, thank you, mildly displeased. I think you were the first person to get that by the looks of my scores on the doors. So, mildly displeased, you will now be incredibly happy to learn you are now on 6 points, which is really, really good because we are entering, the quickfire end of the quiz. Yeah, we've got a lot of questions to get through. But it was Rob Roberts. That was the name of the horrible man who, basically did that. Sorry, Mark R, you were a little bit bit too late. I should have given the year in the quiz. So I'm gonna just change suspended. Which Tory was suspended for the House of Commons for 6 weeks in 2021. In 2021, and then he was readmitted. He was readmitted into the Tory party, but he stayed as an independent. He wasn't actually a Tory MP. He stayed as an independent, but he was allowed back into the party, even though he was a sex pest. He is a sex pest. Okay, here's another horrible question, and I hate having to ask it, and I'm going to just have to put out a trigger warning to you all right now. So everyone's feeling a bit sensitive, just maybe skip this question, because, oh my God, okay? And it might require some Googling, I don't know. What was the name of the disgraced Tory party candidate whose bullying is said to have led to the suicide of fellow party activist Elliot Johnson in 2015? I just been told that we lost connection. Got a pop-up. I got a pop-up saying we lost connection. I don't know what happened there. What happened? Gremlins. The Russians. Mark Clark. Yes, Max Fuggle. Sorry, Max Fuggle. Well done, mate. You have got the answer correct. It is actually Mark Clark. It's a bit of a strange name, actually. But yeah, what an absolute horror show. Privately educated, of course, because, that's where they learn to behave like this. Most of them. Bufford. Yeah, but I still got the question out, which is good because Max got it. So, Max, you've got 1 point. Well done. Right, next question. Where did Boris Johnson, Alexander Boris the Pfeffel Johnson, take a holiday paid for by the co-founder of Carphone Warehouse? Where did Boris Johnson take a holiday paid for by the co-founder of Carphone Warehouse? This is in 2021. Not Slovenia. Not Italy, not Crete, not Ukraine, not the fridge. Barbados now. I want the name of the place, please. Name of the place. Bahamas. There we go. We got it. Mustique Island, which is actually in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Fun fact. But I would have accepted that if someone who could be bothered typing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But it actually is. Mustique is the island. So, Bez Roth, well done, mate. You are now on 4 points. You're doing very, very well. Yeah. Mystique, says Karen, which I quite like. Crete. Smarbella. Mustique. I cough. He was hiding in the Carphone Warehouse. No, not quite. What was the name? The next question. What was the name? Oh God, this is another horror story. Look, trigger warning again. I think this whole quiz needs to come with a trigger warning because as jovial as I'm trying to make it, some of the stuff in here is absolutely fucking horrific, and it is why on Thursday, it is so important that you vote tactically to get your local Tory out. Get your Tory candidate out of office forever for all of the horrible things that the group of disgusting, sadistic bastards have done to this country and each and every one of us. Anyway, Tim, thanks very much for the super. Tim is just loading the super chats. You've already won, mate. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sir Larry the Cat, a point for that, please. I'm going to give Sir Larry the Cat a point. Sir Larry, I didn't even read the message. But you are now on the board. Sir Larry the Cat with 1 point. Well done, sir. Well done, you cute little moggy. Okay, next question. Oh, thank you. I'm getting handed a beer by my beautiful assistant. Thank you. Hey, this night gets better and better. So next question. Do you know what? I'm just gonna skip that question that I was gonna ask because now I want to take a sip of beer and I don't want it to come across as frivolous because it's quite horrific. So the next question is: who arranged a loan for Boris Johnson and then somehow became chairman of the BBC? Who arranged a loan for Boris Johnson and then somehow became the chairman of the BBC? Emily Thornbury says Joanne Mason. Yep, you're absolutely right. Give you a point for that, Joanne. You knew it was going to be the right answer at some point. So Joanne has 1 point. And someone gets the real right answer, I will give them a point as well. Richard Sharp, mildly displeased. Oh, shooting into the lead with 7 points. It's going to be hard to catch up for the others now. If you're watching, if you're playing at home, it was Richard Sharp, not so sharp. Right, okay, right, serious question here. Again, trigger warning. What was the name of the former Tory MP who was sentenced to 18 months in jail for sexually assaulting a 15-year-old boy? What was the name of the former Tory MP who was sentenced to 18 months in jail for sexually assaulting a 15-year-old boy? I want his full name, please. It wasn't Richard Sharp. That was the answer to the last question. Please stop the Tories.vote. Yes. Head over to stopthetories.vote. Imran Ahmad Khan. That is completely correct. Well done to Shizek. 32. You're now on 2 points. Well done. I got there just a millisecond before Bez Roth. Well done. Well done. Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to do this. Okay, cool. Right. Bloody, I've still got a few questions to go. I was going to try and wrap it up by 10 o'clock, but I don't think we're going to. Got too much to go through. Too many horrible things that the Tories have done. Okay, next question. Ex-PM Cameron sent dozens of messages to former colleagues lobbying for which company? Former PM Cameron sent Dozens of messages to former colleagues lobbying for which company? Anybody know? Let me know in the chat, please. Greensill, Copperbird. Oh no, Madly Displeased. Oh, that's fine. Oh no, Tim That was first. Tim That. Well done. That Tim. Tim That. It was Greensill. Tim That. You get 1 point. Well done, Tim. Okay. Next question. God, these Tories are just horrible. Okay, so here's another horrible thing that the Tories have done. How many survivors of the Grenfell Tower disaster did Theresa May meet in the days after the fire? How many survivors of the Grenfell Tower disaster did Theresa May meet in the days after the fire? Mark R straight in there with 0. Yes, she met none of the survivors. Not one. Which is just beyond horrific. And I give credit to Jeremy Corbyn, which I don't often do. He went and met the survivors the next day. She was nowhere to be seen. Anyway, Mark R, you are now on 5 points. Well done, but Mildly Displeased is still in the lead with 7 points. So, Mark, you are second at the moment, but I think you've already got a mug. So, it all works out in the wash. Okay, next question. Why did Tory MP Maria Miller resign in disgrace in 2014? Why did Tory MP Maria Miller resign in disgrace in 2014? I wrote Grenfell before you asked, do I get a point? Yeah, number 3, why not? Number 3 gets a point for asking for a point. Fraud, says Sarah Davis. Fraud, no, not quite right. Overclaimed expenses. Bayroth is going to get that. Bezroth is going to get that. You're absolutely right. She overclaimed expenses. So you're now on 5 points. You're level pegging with Mark R on 5 points. And like I say, Madly Displeased is ahead at the moment with 7 points. But yeah, it was an expenses scandal in which she claimed £90,718 in expenses over a 4-year period towards mortgage payments on a house in South London that she shared with her husband, her children, and her parents. And yeah, it's a bit of a scandal back in the day. But to be honest with you, it kind of gets lost in the whole swamp of scandals that is the Tory party. But there you go. Okay, next question. What was the name of the independent advisor on the ministerial code who resigned after Johnson chose not to act on a critical report about Priti Patel? What was the name of the independent advisor on the ministerial code who resigned after Boris Johnson chose not to act on a report critical of Priti Patel? Boris Johnson's cousin says on a GX, that could be the answer for everything. What do we got? Muffin the Mule, Pretty Vacant, Captain Ethic, Alex Allen. Yeah, Mildly Displeased. Well done. I think was that the first one to get in? Let me just see. No one got there before Mildly Displeased, did they? Well, Mildly Displeased, you are racing into the distance ahead of everyone else here. You're now on 8 points. Well done. You're doing incredibly, incredibly well. Very impressed. I have a feeling that a politics social mug will be making its way to you very quickly, unless people start bribing me like crazy. But yeah, the answer to everything is Boris Johnson's child, says Hornet GX. Where are they now? Well, probably still MPs, eh? A lot of them. Oh no, not after next Thursday. It's all going to be good. When they are out of office forever. Actually, they're not MPs at the moment. I could change all the private school mafia listings to former MPs now, because they are technically not MPs at the moment, but some of them might get re-elected, so I'm not going to bother doing that. Anyway, the name of the independent advisor on the ministerial code who resigned in protest against Boris Johnson not acting on a report that said that Priti Patel was a horrible little petty bully was Alex Allen. Next question. Who secretly funded Boris Johnson's lavish redecoration of the Downing Street flat? Who was it who secretly funded Boris Johnson's lavish redecoration of his Downing Street flat? Who was that? Who was that? Who did that? Almost a Scouser from the Wirral. Great city, Liverpool. Thank you very much, Mark R. You get an extra point for that. And the super chat. Flattery and super chats will get you everywhere, mate. You are now on 6 points. Putin, Donald Duck, BBC, Putin. Everyone's always bad taste. Yeah. Bez Roth, you're right. Lord Brownlow. That's in Brownlow Hill in Liverpool. Don't know if it's the same Brownlow. Right, Bez Roth, you are on 6 points. You are now level pegging with Mark R. And you are just 2 points off the lead. So all to play for. Last few questions now. Here we go. By November 2021, how many people affected by the Windrush scandal had died before receiving their compensation payments? By November 2021, how many people affected by the Windrush scandal that the Tories caused for no reason other than they are disgusting sadists had died before receiving their compensation payments? Bit too high. Philippa's... Oh, mildly displeased, 23. Well done, mildly displeased. You are now gone on 9 points. That might be an unassailable lead. Now for mildly displeased, yeah, 23 people had died by November 2021, and only 5% of claimants for the Windrush scandal, these people who have been affected by the government basically stripping them of their citizenship. Sometimes when they were out of the country, they couldn't get back home. They had to stay where they were in a country where they knew nobody, where they had nowhere to go. They had no family. They had no friends. They'd gone somewhere on holiday, or they'd gone because a relative had died, and that was it. They were stuck in Jamaica or wherever they went to for a holiday to visit, and they were told that they were not allowed to come back into this country because of Theresa May's hostile environment. Beautiful. Wow. Anyway, I can't tell you how much I hate the Tories. I absolutely can't stand them. Right, next question. What was the name of the Commons Health Committee? What was the name of the chair? That would help, wouldn't it? What was the name of the chair of the Commons Health Committee who was found in May 2023 to have failed to declare that they were a paid advisor to a recruitment firm offering doctors for free to the NHS? What was the name of the chair of the Commons Health Committee who was found in May 2023 to have failed to declare they were a paid advisor to a recruitment firm offering doctors for free for the NHS? What was the name of that particular character? Another Tory. I hate the Tories. Does that give me a point, Alvone? It absolutely does, mate. You get a point for hating the Tories. I think everyone gets a point for hating the Tories. Steve Brine. Well done, madly displeased. You are now on 10 points. And I think that your lead now is pretty much unassailable. We've only got a handful of questions left in the quiz. Next question. In what year did the contaminated blood scandal inquiry begin? When did the inquiry begin? In what year did the contaminated blood scandal inquiry begin? Obviously, it finished this year, but when did it begin? It took a long time. Steve's Retro Loft right in there with the correct answer, 2017. Well done, Steve's Retro Loft. You're on 2 points. I helped my mum with a postal vote for Labour. Does that earn me a point? Absolutely, Sarah. That totally earns you a point. You're now on 4 points. What else have we got? We've got wrong answers. That's what we got. But the right one was by Steve's Retro Loft there. It was 2017. So 7 years. 7 years, that inquiry. Okay, next one. In May 2021, the then Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, received silk ties and other lavish gifts, such as luxury food hampers, from which dictator? In May 2021, I should say it was discovered that Prime Minister Boris Johnson received silk ties and other lavish goods, such as luxury food hampers, from which dictator? Putin? No. Not Putin. Number 3. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. That is very kind of you. And you've written, I also hate the Tories. You're totally getting a point for that. Well done. Where are you on my list? Number 3. Number 3. I can't find number 3. I'll come back to you because I can't read my own writing here. There you are. You're at the bottom. Okay. Can you use my second mug for a second place, please? Yes. Okay, Tim, you're on. I will use your second mug for second place. So there is a prize for whoever comes second in this quiz. And I'll just tell you now that Mark R and Bezroth are both on 6 at the moment. So yes, they're the most likely to come second. So it's kind of between them at the moment. Who else we got? Putin. Graham Hughes. Graham Hughes. That's not me. Jake Thackeray. Patel. Vladimir Putin. No. Kim Jong. No. David Cameron. Lukashenko. Trump. Hungary. Oban. No, he's not a dictator, really, technically. Sultan of Brunei. Mark R. Well done, Mark R. You are now on 7 points. Ooh, this is getting very, very exciting. In April 2015, the Tories were accused of raising more than what figure in donations from wealthy non-doms? Okay, so in April 2015, the Tories were accused of raising more than what figure in donations from wealthy non-doms? Millions, okay? So pick a number between 1 and whatever and tell me how many millions you think it was. Mildly Displeased is in there with 18 million. Well done, Mildly Displeased. You are now on 11 points. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to catch you now. I've only got a couple of questions left. Okay, next question. It's another horror show question. So, trigger warning. Which disgraced former Tory MP was convicted in July 2020 of 3 charges of sexual assault? Which disgraced former Tory MP was convicted in July 2020 of 3 charges of sexual assault. Not Pincher, not Bone. Convicted in a court of law. Not because he wasn't convicted. Charles Brett Anthony Elphick. You are completely right. I don't know why you needed to put the whole name in there, but well done, Bezroth. You are now on 7 points, level pegging with Mark. Well done. Well done, sir. Well done. Okay, next question. Which disgraced Tory MP... I mean, every single question seems to begin with the words, which disgraced Tory MP... Which disgraced former Tory MP stepped down after describing a female soldier as looking like, and this is the quote, okay, a bloody Jew? Which disgraced former Tory MP stepped down after describing a female soldier as looking like, in his words, a bloody Jew? Not Bridgen, not Sunak, not Chris Pincher, not Boris Johnson, not Fabricant's wig. Who said that? This is a tricky one. Jonathan Gullis? No. James Heppenny? No. Peter Viggers? Nope. Anyone frantically Googling? Tory MP stood down after describing a female soldier as looking like a bloody Jew. Patrick Mercer? No. Yes, Patrick Mercer. Yes. Emma. Hi, Emma. Hey, you're on the board. Emma Price there with the correct answer, which is Patrick Mercer. Again, he seems nice. Wow. Johnny Minge says Sir Larry the Cat. I'm just going to give you a point, Sir Larry, for just making me laugh. Okay. Final question. Can you believe we've got through how many? 46 questions, I think. We had in this one. Jesus. Okay. Next question. Final question. All to play for. Bezroth and Mark R are level pegging. Mildly Displeased is well ahead of everyone. So unless you want to drop me a massive super chat, Mildly Displeased is probably going to win. But if you can get this fastest finger first, I might be tempted to give you some extra points because it is one that everyone's going to know. So it's just going to be a question of very, very fast typing. So I am going to be a bit of a nightmare here and demand capitalization where necessary and also correct spelling because it's an easy thing to spell. The accusations made about David Cameron's relationship with a pig bore a startling similarity with the first episode of which critically acclaimed television show? The accusations made about David Cameron's relations with a pig bore a startling similarity to the first episode of which critically acclaimed TV show. Who got in there first? Mark R! Mark R straight in there with Black Mirror. Well done, sir. Well done, Mark R. You have got 8 points and you're on second place. Well done. Well done, everybody. Doctor Who. Neighbours. All right, I'm going to give points for silly things here. Aaron, you got a point for Doctor Who. Black Books. Daniel Jones. Spitting Image. Pepper the Pig. Big Bang Theory. What's this whole thing with Doctor Who? It's a bit of Doctor Who where he does that. And Sarah says, love you and the channel, Graham, in capital. So for that, you're going to get an extra point. Yes, you are now on 5 points. Woo, well done. Okay, so that is it. I'm calling it there. We've got 10 minutes over time. That's fine. That's about right, isn't it? Animal Hospital. Brookie. Vaults Animal Hospital. Stop it. Steve, you get an extra point for Rolf's Animal Hospital. Although Tim that said Animal Hospital at the same time, but didn't put the Rolfs behind it, which made it even funnier. Frank Riley says, night, Graham and all. Brilliant. I love Liverpool. You'll be on before Sunday Roast tomorrow. Yes, so I'm going to be on from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, and I think Sunday Roast starts at 10, doesn't it? Does it? It starts at 10. I'm pretty sure. I've been on it enough. I should know when it starts, but it's pre-recorded, you see, so it's not like I've got to be up in the morning. But yeah, I'm going to be back in the morning at 9:30 for Morning Brew, if you want to come join me for that. And also in the evening, we're going to be doing another episode of How We Fix Britain, and we're going to be talking about bots. We're going to be talking about social media and bots because, oh my God, the Reform lot have been using a lot of bots and they're very proud of it, as we saw from a tweet from Richard Tice today, where he's like, look how many people have seen our bot shit. And I was like, don't know if you should be bragging about that, but it's not illegal under electoral law. So we'll be talking about that. And I'll be talking with Paul Somerville, who is leading the endthetories.com project to set up a way of automating accounts so that they send out content that is true and awesome. Mark R, give second place mug to Bez Roth. I should get mine soon already. That is very kind of you, Mark. And also, thank you for the super chat there. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. So, Bez Roth, you get an extra point. And in the tie break, because Mark gave a super chat, you get something extra. Oh my God, it's Just Me and Vince. How you doing, Just Me and Vince? I haven't seen you for ages. And that is such a generous super chat. My word. Just Me and Vince, thank you so much for the €50 super chat. It's been a while. Thank you. That is stunning. That is wonderful. I think I might give a mug for third place. So a mug's going to Tim, right? Mildly displeased. You totally win. 11 points. Absolutely magnificent score. That was a sterling job there. So mildly displeased. Please head over to grahamdavidhughes.com. Get to the bottom of the screen. Say, hi, I'm mildly displeased. And I'll get you a mug sent to your address. I'm also going to have a mug sent out to Bez Roth. So same. Head over to grahamdavidhughes.com. Who's calling me? Don't call me. I'm going out. Why do people call me when I'm like doing live? Yes, anyway, puts me off. Stop calling me. Bez Roth. If you head over to grahamdavidhughes.com, go to the bottom of the page and you'll see a thing there. So get in touch with me. And also, Just Me and Vids. Honestly, if you want a Politics Social mug, we changed the name of the channel. It's no longer Labour Social. It's now Politics Social. We've got new mugs to celebrate, which should have arrived by now, but they haven't. So Mark R, who won the first one a couple of weeks ago, and me are both quite upset about that because I ordered one for myself at the same time. But Just Me and Vince, if you would like a Politics Social mug for that amazing super chat you dropped there, I'm happy to send you one. So just get in touch with me. And I think it might actually be cheaper to send it to you in the EU than it is to actually send it to the UK because of Brexit. Woof! Anyway, so there you go. Gutted I came close to winning the last one, says Sarah. Well, you know, I don't think this will be the last one. We might do another one, and I'm thinking of just having... It might be more fun in the future, because we won't have to just go on about Tory sleaze. But yeah, I do like this idea. I bribe you, declare me the winner, and I will send £5, says Damien, with a £2 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate the £2 super chat, but too little too late, I'm afraid, at this time. But maybe next time. Johan says, did you run into Count Binface while out canvassing last Thursday? No, unfortunately not. I was really looking forward to meeting Count Binface, who is the funniest candidate by a mile. In the Monster Raving Loony Party are, like, not that funny. I guess they were kind of mildly amusing back in the 80s, but now it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, you did that joke. But no, Count Binface is still funny. However, I really wish he stood in Clacton. Oh well, never mind. Just me and Vids. Don't need anything, just happy to help. Just me and Vid, you are absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for coming along. So anyway, tomorrow morning, 9:30, for a special edition of Morning Brew at 9:30. Please join us for that. And then at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we're going to be doing another episode of How We Fix Britain, specifically talking about social media and bots and automated stuff and AI. So if you want to join me and Paul Somerville for that, with the idea is that we're coming up with a living manifesto. We're spitballing ideas. We're talking about what will work, what won't work, and you need to be part of this. You need to be part of this discussion, and then we will continue the discussion afterwards in the Discord chat. So, look, loads of stuff's going on at the moment. We've got the election on Thursday. We've got the election night party that you are all invited to. If you want to come to this party, it's £15 for a ticket. There is a discount if you're on low income. If you're on no income at the moment, just get in touch with me, all right? Again, GrahamDavisHughes.com, go to the form at the bottom, get in touch with me, say I'm such and such who watches the channel, and I'll give you a ticket, okay? Because people on this channel have been so generous, and they have paid for people to have tickets to go, and I've got about 4 left. So if anyone wants to come along to the party, it's going to be me and Femi and Supertansky and Marina Perkis and Gemma Forte and a bunch of other people that you know and love off YouTube and Twitter and LBC Radio and all kinds. So please come along. We're going to be watching the Tories lose seat by seat on massive screens. We've got a DJ, we've got 2 bars. I'm going to be live streaming the whole event from 9 o'clock in the evening till 9 o'clock in the morning the next day. So please, if you can't make it to London, please join us for the live stream. It's going to be epic. We are going to together hold hands and witness the death of the Tory frickin' party after 14 years of sadism and pain. They are we, the British people, are finally going to be put out of our misery by the making go away of the Tory party. I don't want to use more extreme language than that, but I think the people who are regulars on this channel know how I feel. So, before I go, Max Fuggle, thank you very much. Here's one more ticket for someone to go in my place. Oh, that is really kind of you, Max. That is amazing. Okay, 5 tickets. I've got 5 free tickets to give away if you want to come to London. And also, we've actually been given a little bit more than we need. So if you need help with your underground fare or your bus fare to get home afterwards and a couple of drinks once you get inside, honestly, we can sort that out for you. So if you can make it, if you're in the London area or you can get into London easily, like I said the other day, please don't come down from Aberdeen. It's too expensive. Me and Ben Chambers are coming down from Durham on the Thursday, and oh my God, the trains are so expensive, and you can't get a return anymore. You can't even get a return. You can't get an open return. You've got to book exact train tickets on the exact time, on the exact day. And if you miss that train, you lose all your money. What a great system. Anyway, all hail Brock the Badger. Play the advert. Play the advert. What's the advert? What's the advert, Michael? Well, I made it so that those bloody adverts didn't turn up for the reason that everyone could complaining about the adverts on the shows. And honestly, the advertising revenue on YouTube on these kind of things isn't that great anyway. So I was like, I'll just turn them off. So you should get them at the beginning and maybe at the end. I don't know. But what I have got for you is the end the Tories .com video, which I will share with you now as I say ta-da, bye-bye, auf Wiedersehen. I'll hope to see you in the morning. Thank you for the chat. Thank you to Mildly Displeased. Oh, another ticket. Oh my God. Another ticket. Thank you very much, Derek. I'm going to have to get a few more tickets now. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, 2 more tickets. Brilliant. Thank you there to Derek JC777. Brilliant. Okay, I've got 6 spare tickets now. Cool. And David says, "Bye everyone, happy Pride." Absolutely. And One Angry Pagan, new moon on Thursday, new moon, and new government. Oh, can't wait. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for the super chats. Give us a like on the way out, and I'll hopefully see you at 9:30 tomorrow morning for Morning Brew on Sunday, when we will have 4 days to go to the election. There are 4 days. Until then, thanks for watching. Hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. That didn't work. It just came up with the end the Tories thing. You see, that wasn't supposed to happen. It was supposed to play the video, but I got the wrong clip. See that's like a little clip that comes up if I tell it to come up. That was a bit embarrassing. Good job no one was watching and nobody saw it, because people were watching that thinking, what just happened? Like, seriously, what just happened? It's just that the file has a similar name to both of the things, and I've just realised that I've just opened something else that's also the wrong thing. Right. This is for reals. This is for reals now. This better work. I was supposed to click on the file called End the Tories V4, not the one that just said End the Tories. That was embarrassing. Richard Porn, what's wrong with you, Salami the cat? Strange, you weird cat. I saw it. No. That wasn't supposed to go up. This was supposed to come up. I'll see you soon.
Over the past 10 years, our social media platforms have been invaded by fake accounts, sowing division, spreading right-wing political misinformation to influence the public in elections. The right and their dark funders have dominated the online battle since 2016. But it's time to change that. What if we could fight back against those fake accounts? What if we used our own team's technology to be a force for good? We will fight for the important causes, fighting fascism, misinformation, intolerance, anti-intellectualism, and climate denial spread by dark funding groups. But how will we achieve this? By using our specialist tech systems to broadcast documented Tory scandals, corruption and incompetence across social media, and amplifying that content at scale to millions of people in decisive areas. We won't stoop to their levels. We only amplify verified events. Our enemy's own actions have given us ample material. Fascism is rising. It's stirring hate. And in the 21st century, its means to spread isn't in the city halls. It's in our hands, in our homes. The slow drip of this propaganda has been highly effective at making the public vote against their own interests, against their families' futures. For our first fight, we will target one of the main perpetrators of misinformation in the UK. Our first goal is to end the Tories. In 1993, the Canadian Conservative Party suffered a defeat so crushing that it led to the party's dissolution. We aim to trigger a similar dissolution by exacerbating the impending general election damage and remind the UK of the Conservative catastrophe for the next 5 years. So if they are not already gone, they cannot gaslight their way to power again. This is just our first objective, with many to come. If you share our concerns, help support us if you can. Visit endthetories.com. Our opponents have deep pockets. Please, help us tip the scale back in humanity's favour. Thank you.